Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Tutelage a Guide to Learner. Here this is Sriparna. I hope all of you are doing good. Today we are going to discuss one of the most interesting topic from paper 2 education, that is educational administration and management. And you all know today's topic is leadership model, and we have already discussed three leadership model from five. Okay, and you know there are five leadership model according to the UGC Net syllabus, and all are very important. So now we are going to make a interesting video, interesting session on this topic. So now going to the main session. But if you have missed my previous session, so just go and check my first comment and my description box, where my all previous sessions links are already provided, and all links are basically related to the leadership model. Okay, so now going to the main thing, and let's start the session. So in this slide, we can see Hersey Blanchard model was developed by author Paul Hersey and leadership expert Ken Blanchard in 1970s. And it is a flexible model. It's not a static model. Okay. So basically, the model suggests no single leadership is better than another, because this model suggests that leaders should adjust their techniques to those they lead and their abilities, instead of focusing on the workplace factors. Okay, so we have already told the model is basically the flexible type model. So managers always adapt their leadership style to task and relationship in the workplace. Okay, so successful leader is of two types. The first one is task relevant type, or the second one, that is relationship relevant. Okay, so now going to the next thing, and the next thing is successful leadership is an adaptive flexible style in which leaders are encouraged to consider their followers. Okay, it focuses on adapting management style or leadership style to the maturity level of the employees. So we can say the model basically depends on the leader's decision making skills. It uses individualistic approach rather than the group approach. I think what is the basic meaning of this model is clear to everyone. So effective or successful leadership is of two types, we have already told. So task relevant and relationship relevant. So most successful leaders are those who adapt their styles to performance readiness, that is ability and willingness. All these things included in these performance readiness, okay, of the individual and group, and they are attempting to lead or influence. It depends on task that needs to be accomplished. Okay, so basically it depends on the maturity level. So followers maturity, okay, so followers maturity is determined by the ability and confidence of the group. The model proposes that leaders deal with varying levels of follower maturity by adjusting their relative emphasizes is on task and relationship behaviors. So now going to the next thing, so we have already told this model focuses on adapting management style to the maturity level of the employees, maturity level of the followers. So there are four types of maturity. The first one is high maturity, second one is low maturity, high maturity, and the last one, that is moderate low maturity. Okay, so at first we have to discuss what do you mean by a high maturity employers or followers. Okay, so basically in the case of high maturity, leader provide minimum guidance in that type of case, because employers have confidence to do the work, and he or she has willingness to work also. So that's why leader or manager provides only the minimal guidance to do the work for the followers or employees. So I have already told this model is basically depends on the maturity level of the employees, and if you have the employees and which has low maturity, so manager may need to provide directions and supervise the work closely, because he, that means the leader, helps to ensure the group who has clear idea on their goals and how they are expected to achieve them. So if the employees have the low maturity, so employees, that means employees are not skilled enough to do the task, but they are very enthusiastic, but have uh, they are basically unskilled. So that's why that is the basic problem. So that type of employees is basically related with the low maturity group. Now going to the third one, that is moderate high maturity. So in that case, employees are capable, but employees are too much capable to do the work, but they have lack of confidence to take the responsibility of the work. That is the basic thing. So they have they so basically they are capable but lack confidence to take the responsibility of the whole process, to take the responsibility of the whole work. So that type of employees is basically included the third level, that is called the moderate high maturity group. Now going to the last one, that is moderate low maturity group. So in this group, employees have confidence to complete the work but not the willingness. They are not willing to do something, they are not willing to do some work with responsibility. So employees have that type of confidence, but they are not willing to do this work. So that type of people, that type of followers or employees are included in the fourth level, that is called the moderate low maturity group. I think the different types of maturity is clear to everyone. So there are four types of maturity. The first one is high maturity, second one is moderate high maturity, third one is moderate low maturity, and the last one, that is low maturity. So what do you mean by a high maturity? And also I think this is clear. If you have any problem on it, so please do one comment in my comment section. I will reply you positively. So, learner, you know this model is basically based on the task and the relationships that leaders experience in the workplace. Okay, so that's why managers can use four leadership style. So, first one is delegating style, second one is participating or supporting, third one is selling or coaching, and the last one, that is telling or directing. Okay, so there are four styles of leadership according to the Hersey Blanchard's model. So here we can see a matrix, and here we can see we have measured directive behavior, that is basically related to the task relevancy, which is measured on the x-axis, and the supportive behavior, which is basically related with the relationship relevancy, and that is measured on the y-axis. Okay, so the first thing, that is the first leadership style, that is delegating style. So what do you mean by a delegating leader? So basically, delegating a style or delegating leader is basically implies the low directive behavior and low supportive behavior. Okay, so he or she, that means a delegating leader, allows the group to take responsibility for task decision. Okay, so leaders pass most of the responsibility onto the group, and the leaders still monitor progress, but they are less involved in decision. Both willing and able to take responsibility, both means a leader and the followers. Okay, so both are willing to do the work, both are able to take some responsibility for directing their own behavior. Now going to the
Next one, that is the supporting or participating behavior, and which implies low directive behavior and high supportive behavior. Okay, so that's why the leader works with the team, shares decisions, and making different types of responsibilities, and there is basically the two way of communications because followers have ability and knowledge enough. So I think this is clear. Now going to the third one, that is selling style, that means selling or coaching style, and which implies high supportive behavior and high directive behavior. So in this case, basically leader attempts to sell their ideas to the group by explaining task directions, and followers have the ability but they are unwilling to do the work, unwilling to do the same work. So I think the selling style is clear. It is basically provides some informations and direction, and there is a two way of communication. Now going to the last one, that is telling or directing style. So basically this leadership style implies high directive behavior and low supportive behavior. So in this case, leader gives direction and supervises the whole work closely. Okay, so he or she tells their people exactly what to do and how to do it. So there is basically a one way communication, and low maturity level employers or followers are included in this style. I think this is clear. So managers can apply an appropriate structure and degree of control to achieve the desired result. So I think the Hersey Blanchard model is clear to everyone, and if you have any problem on it, so please do one comment in my comment section. Now going to the limitations part of this model. So basically the position and the authority of the leader may be restricted by the operational chain of command. So basically organization could force them to adopt rigid styles rather than adapt to followers maturity. So because the model depends on the followers maturity, so that is one of the most important limitations of this model also. So now going to the last part of this topic, that is some advantages and disadvantages. So advantages of this model, that is it is very easy to apply. The maturity and the competence of the group are overlooked factors, and it helps to focus on these things. So leader can change at any time. Employees may find a leader who adapts to shifts in the workplace as a desirable traits, and that is the most important advantage of this model. And now going to the second thing, that is some disadvantages. So it is not applicable to managers with limited power. So the next at disadvantages of this model, that is it is basically a less applicable where involving time constraints, task complexity. So testing doesn't seem to bear out the predictions. So all are the important disadvantages of this model.
So, learner, we are done for the today's session. I hope that session would be a very important and beneficial to everyone. If you like my videos, so please do one like, share, and comment, and please do some support and subscribe my channel for getting more useful session. I will come again with a new topic, new session. Till then, stay tuned. Happy learning. Thank you. Keep commenting. Tata. Bye bye.